Good evening, Brother Darden.
Hello. Will everybody pray with me? Eternal Father in heaven, in the name of Jesus, we come this evening, Lord, to do that which you have assigned to us to do. Now, Father, as we move forward, we ask that you guide those that are in leadership, that they may do your will, that it be helpful to those who are in the community and around. Bless those that's coming in as chief and deputy chief and those who have served, Lord. Bless them. And Lord, we say thank you to them for what they have done and what they're going to do. Now, Father, I ask you this day to bless this city and bless those that are involved in this community, that we do one thing, and that's go forward in the name of your son, Jesus. And everybody said amen.
Amen. Thank you, Brother Darden. At this time, would everybody join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Madam Recorder, would you please call roll?
Mayor Tinnen.
Here.
Vice Mayor Duncan.
Present.
Commissioner Anderson.
Here.
Commissioner Gilmore.
Here.
Commissioner Walker.
Here. Thank you, Madam Recorder. Commissioners, before you have the reading of the December 11th, 2025 regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners by the Recorder for approval or correction. Is there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, we'll move on to a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Minutes are approved as written with a 5-0 vote. At this time, I'm going to open up the podium for citizen comments. If anyone would like to speak on something with the city, please make your way to the podium. Seeing no one make their way to the podium, we'll close that portion of the citizen comments and move on to city manager comments.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. This evening I have the great pleasure to swear in the newest police chief of the city of Goodlettsville. And then once that swearing in occurs, we will swear in deputy chief immediately thereafter. So at this time, I'd like to ask Chief Cherry Crawford, and it's been a while trying to learn that combination, to come forward and bring what family you would like to come with you. All right. Chief, if you'll place your hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. I, Audra Cherry Crawford,
Audra Cherry Crawford,
do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications
do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications
to be eligible to serve as Chief of Police for the City of Goodlettsville,
to be eligible to serve as Chief of Police for the City of Goodlettsville,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the State of Tennessee,
and of the State of Tennessee,
that I will support the Charter and ordinances
that I will support the Charter and the ordinances
of the City of Goodlettsville,
of the City of Goodlettsville,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Chief of the Goodlettsville Police Department.
as Chief of the Goodlettsville Police Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Deputy Chief Deloach, will you come forward, please?
Jason, will you put your right hand on the Bible? Sorry. You knew what I meant. Raise your right hand, left hand on your Bible. I, Jason Deloach, do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications to be eligible to serve as Deputy Chief of Police for the City of Goodlettsville, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Tennessee, that I will support the charter and ordinances of the City of Goodlettsville, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Deputy Chief of the Goodlettsville Police Department. So help me God. Congratulations.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, at this time, Chief Cherry Crawford has got a few words she would like to share with everyone, and I've told her that that would be okay.
Thank you all very much. Really hated to take up a lot of your time, but I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't thank some very important people that helped me to get to where I am today and to address this amazing department that I've been able to serve for the past almost 27 years. So I'd like to start by thanking the City of Goodlettsville Board of Commissioners for their steadfast and sound judgment deciding what is best for this city. I have seen a lot of commissioners over the years elected, and I think we have one of the most outstanding boards at this very moment that we have ever had. You all have always proven to be fair and just when making decisions not only for the citizens, but also for the employees as well. It does not go unnoticed, and you all are all truly appreciated, so thank you. Mr. Ellis and also Mrs. High, you have both been so dedicated in taking care of our city, and just like the commissioners, not only from a citizen aspect, but for your employees as well. I've heard Mr. Ellis say so many times that what makes this city so great is its employees, and I couldn't agree more, and I think it shows true leadership to recognize that the people that serve this city is what truly can make a community great. So thank you for your support and your continued leadership for all of us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. The city has only had 5 previous chiefs since its incorporation in 1958, and I've had the honor and privilege to serve under 3 of those chiefs. Chief Terry Hutcherson, who actually came tonight, and I'm so tickled to see him. Thank you so much for taking a chance on a 22-year-old kid, a naive one at that, from Cedar Hill, who knew nothing about what it took to be a successful police officer. So thank you for showing me and believing in me and standing by me no matter what. Chief Richard Pope, thank you for being not only a role model, but a constant and trustworthy friend throughout the years. And last but definitely not least, Chief Gary Goodwin. Chief GG, El Jefe, Gary or Dad, as we like to call you. Words cannot express how genuinely grateful I am for you seeing something in me back in 2013. You have given me the opportunity of a lifetime, and if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be standing here today. You're one of the smartest, kindest, and empathetic people I have ever known in my life, And most people didn't get to see that side of you because you had to wear the Chiefs hat. But I was able to see the love that you poured into a department, the pride you took in leading us, and never wanting this department to fail. When you were sworn in, you quoted Luke 12:48, "From everyone whom is given much, much will be demanded." I knew right then I would follow you anywhere you led us. And I think today, in just 8 short days of being chief, it has hit me just how true that Bible verse is. Thank you for just being you and for all the things you taught me and for having faith in me. You will be missed more than you know. I was told growing up that if you had true friends you could count on one hand, you were extremely lucky. So here's my one hand of people: Malia, Brooke, Emily, Angie, and Jason. Thank you all for being the best friends anyone could ask for and for being my constant support system outside of law enforcement. You all are the ones I can always lean on and be my true self without repercussion. Ride or die, bad boys for life. If you know me, you know that my family means everything to me. Brother Doug, thank you for believing 31 years ago that I may be suited to be a public servant. As a longtime fireman, Doug was the one that told me that there was a dispatch position open when I had just turned 18, and I'd so happened to quit college at that time. He knew somewhere deep down this was what God had in store for me. To my sister Laura, thank you for always, emotions, y'all, sorry, it's a big deal. To my sister Laura, thank you for always being the best sister a person could ask for and what a good Christian looks like. She has always put God first and herself last while continuously caring for others. Never judgmental, always truthful, and always supportive no matter what. I love you, Molly. My sweet niece, Dr. Sloan Caroland. I get to say doctor now, y'all. She just graduated. We're pretty proud. Even though you're my niece and it is not always the natural progression, I've always looked up to you because of the genuine heart that you have and the fact that you love people. And I mean, you genuinely love people no matter who they are or what their circumstances are. I learn from you daily of what kind of person I should be. To my best bonus babies in the world, Haley and Hunter, and also my sweet daughter, Michelle. Thank you for loving me as your bonus mom, even though neither one of you ever had to. I love you both so very much, and I'm so proud of your many accomplishments at such a young age. I love you. My amazing and super duper handsome husband, Jacob. I still haven't figured out how I became so lucky to be your wife. Thank you for your unwavering love and devotion to me. I know a lot of days I am not easy to love, and you are the one that gets to see the worst of me, but thank you for loving me through it, for being my very bestest friend, and being the backbone of our family. My sweet baby boy, Cooper, I know it has been hard being the child of a cop. The excessive worrying I have done and being one of those helicopter moms, as you tell me, that everybody dreads. But I hope you know that you are the sole reason I persisted and stayed in this career. I know I haven't always been easy on you, but I've tried to be a good role model for you and teach you to always do what is right even when nobody is looking. It was because of you that I always wanted to do better and be better and to show you that you can achieve anything you want to in this life, and if you put forth the effort, you can do anything. You make me a better person because you love everybody unconditionally, and you're the smartest, brightest, big-hearted young man I've ever known. My prayer for you is that you continue to live with a big open heart no matter what life throws at you. Be true to God and be true to yourself, and you will never ever fail. Being your mother has been my greatest accomplishment in my life, and you are my greatest blessing. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents, Philip and Virginia Cherry. Y'all wave to everybody. Just say hey. If it weren't for these two amazing people, I would not be where I am today. Mom and Daddy, I know I was not always an easy child, strong-willed and stubborn to a fault. But thank you for not seeing that stubbornness or that strong will as a fault. Thank you for showing me how to use that stubbornness as a tool to never let anyone outwork me, and to use that strong will to stand firm in my beliefs of doing what is right and to always do the right thing no matter what the cost. These two people are the epitome of what hard work looks like, and even at 80 years old, sorry I told y'all's age, I believe both of them can run circles around me when it comes to hard work. I was a single mother for a number of years, and whether I was working night shift or attending community coordinator events or working long hours, or even when I went back to college to get my degree, these two people helped me raise my son. And my mom did this while battling cancer, not one time, but 2 times. And they did this not because they had to, but because they wanted me to succeed. They have always supported me and encouraged me to always do the right thing and do right by people. They have always treated all people with kindness, whether it's a CEO or someone who is down on their luck, with kindness. They'd never speak ill of others. And they taught me a long time ago to mind my own business. I think anyone would be very hard-pressed to meet 2 finer people in this entire world than Philip and Virginia Cherry. So Mom and Daddy, thank you for every sacrifice you made for me. In a million years, I'll never be able to repay you for that. I want to finish up by saying thank you to the men and women of this department. I have never worked with such an exceptional group of people, and I am humbled and so very honored to serve as your chief. I can assure you of one thing: I will always try to do the right thing. May not be the popular thing, but it will be the right thing. I will always stand by you when you're in the right, and I will be loyal to you and to this department, because loyalty comes above everything else except for integrity and honor. I want to push everyone, including myself, to be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. I want us to continue to be a highly efficient and professional department, but also be human beings that are not only empathetic, but also compassionate to the citizens of Goodlettsville, but also to each other. Maya Angelou once said, "Just do right. Right may not be expedient, it may not be profitable, but it will satisfy your soul." We are our brother's keepers, and this is a thankless job at times. It is more important now than ever to take care of each other during difficult days. So I encourage us all to raise each other up, and above all, just be the good in Goodlettsville. I love you all, and I'm so very honored to work beside you each and every day and to take on the role as your chief. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, kind of speechless at the moment, but to move things forward, I'd like to ask Ms. Julie Hive. She'll come forward to introduce our auditors to do our presentation for this year. Julie, turn that.
Well, this is a tough act to follow, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't do the agenda. Once again this year, Blankenship CPAs performed the independent audit of the city's financials for fiscal year 2025. You have a copy of that at your desk, and it's posted on the city's website for the citizens as well. Tonight we have with us Wade Craycraft and Bob Adams with Blankenship, and Bob Adams is going to give a brief overview of the city's financials. Bob, you may want to come up here instead, if that's okay. Bob Adams.
Good evening. I'm proud to report that the financial statements were so good this year. We're not the most exciting thing tonight, and that's a good thing. So I'm, like Julie said, I'm just going to give a brief overview of the audit. As she mentioned, it's been issued, it's been posted, it's on the state website. So in this year's audit, we had an unmodified opinion, no findings. That's always a big plus. And the report has been submitted to the GFOA Certificate of Achievement for Excellence. The city's received this for 12 consecutive years, and we've submitted it, and feel really good. We'll get it for the 13th consecutive year, and that's a voluntary submission where you have to put additional information in the report. So I commend the city for all those years of really going the extra mile to make the financials, report even more transparent to the readers. As far as the auditor report goes, in our auditor report, basically we're stating that the financial statements are fairly presented in all material aspects. We're auditing basically the financial statements, balance sheet, income statement. And then a couple highlights that I wanted to point out in the financial statements. The city has been for years, but has a very strong debt to property ratio. The state of Tennessee actually recommends that number is less than 8%. For the past 10 years, the city's ratio is 1% or less, so that is well above the minimum, and that's a good thing. The city also does a great job, really, of managing its cash investments and earning interest on those investments. So, and that's really important when you're trying to balance running a city. And we hear a lot about, inflationary pressures and stuff. And earning that interest is really a good way to counteract that and keep costs down. Just real high level on the financials, there's about $53 million of net position. That's basically assets minus liabilities on the books. Positive change in net in income this year. And then the general fund, I believe, has about a $24 million fund balance with about, I believe, about 87% of that is unrestricted. And then it also had a positive change in income as well. And then the city also has a sewer fund that also had a positive change in net income this year, and continues to perform very strongly. And then just a few things to kind of be aware of in the future. Merging matters for local governments. Obviously, can find good sources of revenue to continue to allow the city to run strongly, continue earning interest. There are some new reporting standards that we'll talk with the finance team about next year that'll go in next year's audit. There is a grant compliance component, and there's a threshold of about $1 million on that. Also, the state emphasizes this, we emphasize this as well, but cybersecurity is becoming just from what we see in the general, in what we do, the cybersecurity, the threat of cybersecurity breaches we've seen that risk go up a lot higher in the last 2 or 3 years. I've probably seen it go up higher in the last 2 or 3 years than I've seen in my whole career. So continuing to devote resources to make sure you do everything you can to make sure you're safe on that, and just and there's just a lot of ways to do that, and you are required to update that policy every 2 years, and I think this is you'll be required to assess and update it in next year. We're in first year again here. So that's all I have on the report. Is there any questions or any other information?
No questions? No, sir.
All right.
Sounds great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate
you.
you. Also, Tim and Julie, thank you so much for all the hard work keeping us alive.
Bob and Wade have audited our financials for a few years now, and it's been phenomenal, the working relationship. They're very thorough, and I cannot thank them enough for the work that they've done, but also the staff and the management of the finances of the city throughout the other 12 months of the year, from our department heads to Ms. High to Ms. West, who oversee the financial component of the city. And I want to point one thing out too. I mean, people don't understand how much money that actually is made off interest-bearing accounts. That also, by doing that, prevents the need for other increases in the city and so forth. And Ms. High has done a phenomenal job in doing that over the past 20 plus years. So, Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, that is it for the audit this evening. And the next item is recognition of meritorious service of our fire department. I'm going to ask Chief Kenneth Reeves if he will come forward, and as this recognition occurs, like for a photo with the City Commission and those that will be receiving this award this evening.
Thank you, Commissioners, very much for this opportunity. We have letters that recognize meritorious service for some of the members. Would you guys, second row, please stand for me? Fire and police in Goodlettsville and all over this country walk into things that they've never seen before, time and time again, all over the place. And here in Goodlettsville, I am so happy to say that I never lack for opportunities to recognize amazing service. The kindness, the excellence, the skill that these guys and girls bring to bear every day in support of us, all of us, is amazing, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. But sometimes they're really something else. On December the 14th, the temperatures were in the teens, and a tractor-trailer-sized horse trailer carrying 17 horses turned over on I-65 just north of the city. None of them have trained for anything like that. All 17 horses were laying to one side in a pile. Their halters tied to the upward side. You can imagine what that was doing to them in that position. These guys cut them free from that. They forced open that trailer. They prepared to receive them out in over 2 hours. They removed those horses one at a time by going in amongst them, by using power tools, by using, at one point, a heavy wrecker to reach in and help these horses gain their feet. Only one horse suffered a serious injury out of this event. It's not something that you can teach. It's not something you can train for. And I wanted to say in front of all of you that I sincerely appreciate the work that you guys did. Goodlettsville Fire Department recognition of meritorious service is issued this evening to Lieutenant Michael Fuquay, Firefighter Brandon George, Firefighter Brandon Head, Firefighter Mitch Graves, Firefighter Joshua England, and Firefighter Xavier Harris. Thank you very much. Y'all join us. Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, as everyone gets back to their seats and we begin the work for the evening, item A under old business, I would like to recommend that we move behind item C under new business because one needs to be considered before the other, and we'll go from there. And that's all I've got, and we're ready to begin after Commissioner comments.
Okay, doesn't it come after D, Tim, or was it C? A comes after D, or was it C?
It comes after C.
Okay. All right, at this time, is there any commissioner comments?
I do.
All right.
Congratulations to the firemen that are just now leaving, but I wanted to congratulate Police Chief Cherry Crawford and Deputy Chief of Police Jason Deloche on their new appointments. I've known them for several years, and I'm beyond thrilled for this new appointments. Also, it is a Happy New Year to us. And as we begin this new year, I would just like to briefly discuss one item. The five of us have served together to now for more than a year, and I'm grateful for each member of this board and for the professionalism we maintain, even when we disagree. At our December meeting, the mayor appointed several new members to our advisory board as elected officials entrusted with the public's confidence. We, in turn, entrust these appointees to make important leadership roles. I ask that they model the same standard of constructive civil communication that we expect of ourselves, particularly in moments of disagreement, whether with the board, colleagues, or other residents. No citizen should ever feel dismissed or belittled by those who serve them. Agree or disagree, my commitment, and I hope ours collectively, as we do, is to treat everyone with kindness, fairness, and courtesy. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I also wanted to express my congratulations to Chief Cherry Crawford and Deputy Chief Deloche. Look forward to seeing what you all will do with this community, and I have no doubt that we are in safe and very capable hands. So congratulations to you both, and thank you for your continued service. Also, since we have a decent-sized crowd tonight, also wanted to share a project I've been working with as co-chair of the Young Professionals Network through the Goodlettsville Chamber of Commerce, which is, to my knowledge, the first ever Goodlettsville Restaurant Week, which will be taking place February 1 to February 7th, so in just a couple of weeks. And we now have, as of today, over 20 restaurants that have signed on to do either a discount or a special item, free appetizers, free desserts. There's all kinds of great things with the goal of just reminding the community how many great restaurants we have right here in town. I know it's easy to get in our habits and into our routines and forget about that place across town because you don't see it often. But I would encourage the community to take a few nights off of making dinner at home, go out, try a restaurant you maybe haven't been to before, or go to your favorite one and try that new item that you've been hearing a lot about. So really encourage the community to just fill up the tables across town at all of the restaurants we have and really show the restaurants that we really care, we value them, and to the community at large around the city of Goodlettsville, showcasing our restaurants so that they can hopefully come into our city and spend their lovely tax dollars right here in our community as well, highlighting our restaurants. And that is all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner.
February 1 to 7th. I guess I'll also add that you can, the Chamber will be posting on their website the full list of restaurants. There's a few more days for the restaurants to sign up. They'll be posting a full list of the participating restaurants and the discounts and deals being offered, as well as on social media. So you should see that out and about, and hopefully people can take advantage of it. I'm really excited about it.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I would just like to congratulate Chief Cherry Crawford and Deputy Chief Jason Deloche. I've known them a long time, probably 25 years, since y'all been here, because I was here before too. And y'all were kind of like little kids. Now you're grown up and moved on. No, seriously, congratulations. It's well deserved. I know y'all do a great job.
I mean, I don't think I can say anything else. It's been covered. But yeah, to both of you guys, congratulations. Thank you for your leadership, and look forward to the future.
Thank you, Commissioners. And I guess I might as well say it too. Thank you both so much. I guess I was here a little bit before both of you came. I've been here over 30 years now, and it's been an honor and a pleasure watching you both grow. I guess words can't describe how appreciative we are, both of you and all our firefighters and all our officers. So thank you all, and thank you for what you've done, and you're committed. All right, Commissioners, if we have no further business, I'm going to move to unfinished business, and we're going to start with B. Mr. Ellis, would you consider Resolution 25-1305, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, this is a resolution of the City of Goodlettsville Board of Commissioners acknowledging the approval of the Comprehensive Land Use Plan by the City of Goodlettsville Planning Commission and confirming that all current zoning districts shall remain in effect. Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, this was deferred from the last meeting. Mr. Adam McCormick is here to answer any questions in relations to this. Just kind of lay out where this is that the Comprehensive Land Use Plan has changed certain areas of the city. However, that does not change the current zoning. So that is one of the things that I feel like that will have been told that you all want to have a discussion on. So Adam, if you'll come forward to answer any questions, and it's before Commission for consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Do I have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll open it up for discussion. Any commissioners have any questions for Mr. McCormick?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Adam, just a question that I think you and I discussed. Of those 10 or 11 properties, where are we at as far as being able to remove those that no longer have vested rights?
All right. What is the list I gave y'all here? There's 10 properties that are currently zoned high-density residential that are vacant. This does not include the mall area redevelopment because that was basically approved last year. I thought that would be separate. Of these properties, there are a handful of them that are vested with active rights to the project, even though they're not active. The state law defines those limits, so those do have timelines to them. But there are 10 properties that are currently zoned high density, and I'll go through them right quick if there's any questions. But it's like Commissioner Gilmore is asking, the ones that aren't vested, I think there's 6 that aren't, can the city remove that zoning from the property? We have to go through the formal rezoning process, Planning Commission, City Commission. Definitely something we can look at. And if we feel like tonight that's the direction, we'll proceed on with our process to rezone those. What this list is, it kind of shows you what's in the area, what the surrounding uses, what my recommended zoning district would be for it in the comprehensive plan designation. The Planning Commission adopted the comprehensive plan in December 1st. All these properties are they're called the residential neighborhood preservation area. We didn't define any high density with the comprehensive plan, but in that residential neighborhood preservation, it basically says any developments that occur in those areas be similar to the density of the area it's in. These 10 properties are in areas where there's high density in the area. Most of these are on Dry Creek Road, South Dickerson Road area. The first one is roughly 7 acres on Altaloma. It's east of the interstate, right on the bridge there. It's behind the storage buildings off Rivergate Parkway. It's zoned high-density planning developments. There's townhomes, apartments, houses in the area. There's I-65, the billboards. So, like I said, my recommendation on all these was to maintain the high-density zoning, but there are options. And the second property going down is 3.48 acres on Monticello. This one is a vested rights development. It was approved for 28 townhome units. That's across from the elementary school in Monticello, or that area. The third one is almost 6 acres at West Monticello Avenue. This is the last property in the city limits on Monticello. It's right before you cross the crane tracks. It's right behind Nashville State School. The fourth one, 2.34 acres on Old Ryman. This project is currently actually a recorded lots on this, so it's got vesting on its 16 units. We've had a lot of interest in redeveloping this one. This is on Dry Creek Road. When you're coming up the hill on your left, it's the one they started construction, and it's kind of lapsed, but it does have vested rights, actually recorded lots on it. Keep it going on almost 6 acres on Dry Creek Road. This is between the neighborhood with the homes and the one-level apartments. There's a piece of property there. It's vacant. It's got drainage going through it. It's part of an old Rivergate Acres master plan. No current vested development rights on it. Going across Dry Creek, another 6-acre tract owned by Vaslin Properties. This is actually vested. It's for another townhouse community. This is, if y'all know where the old barn is, it's in the woods there. So they're proposing to do that one, but it is a vested 37 units on it. Another one on Dry Creek Road, 2.5 acres, is closer to the corner of South Dickerson. There's actually the property on the corner out there is actually commercial, so if there is a possible rezone there, we could also look at this being commercial. This is on the south side of Dry Creek Road, so there's the floodplain behind it, you know, the big regional detention pond. So these properties are always, there's a reason most of these are vacant. They've got some limitation to them. The 8th property, it's in a different location. It's 31 acres at the corner of Dry Creek Road and Old Dickerson. It's a vacant piece of property. It was part of the 2003 Dry Creek Farms master plan for 72 condos and 6 homes. I know the owner has been trying to sell this property and develop it, but the vested rights on that one have expired also. Next property, 1211 South Dickerson Road, roughly 7 acres. It's the back 5 acres of the property we zoned high density in 2002 for 75 apartment units, but those plans have expired. But that property does have frontage commercial in South Dickerson. It's down by the Dollar General, the one on the very south end of town. And the last one, South Dickerson Road, 20 acres. This is the property across from SEMA, Pine Ridge. They do have vested rights on this. It's 117 townhomes. So as you see, most of these properties, some of them have vested rights, some of them don't. You know, the city has a couple options. You know, we could rezone all of them if we wanted to. The vested rights, of course, as long as they maintain that, they can continue the project regardless of the zoning. But if they do expire in the past, then those will go away. Like I said, per the comprehensive plan, these areas is high density, so the comprehensive plan kind of supports the high density development of the project. But we do have the option. If we want to rezone it, something we can put forward. I would be cautious about rezoning like low density in an area where high density was. I think that could lead possibly some challenges with the owners, you know, for a taking kind of challenge. I know those are tricky in court, but it is a possibility. I know Commissioner Gilmore asked, especially if we want to do another study session, possibly to go through these. But we do have options that I did recommend that we maintain all these high density, just due to their location. I feel like, you know, some of these are challenging pieces of property due to land reasons, drainage reasons, and then their location, their proximity to the interstate kind of limits what their potential. If we're looking to do more low density, I think it kind of limits the potential for that. But I'm open for any kind of discussion or suggestions on it. So,
Thank you, Mr. McCormick.
To the commission, I think the reason why I had addressed this and talked to Mr. McCormick about this is just those that are no longer have vested rights, we not be locked into that. We'd be open for other opportunities if they were to come down in the future. So that's my discussion.
and we could separate them. We could treat those different if the board wanted to go forward with a rezoning plan. So,
Any more questions?
Adam, what was the total number that does not currently have vested rights?
6, is that what
I
it
think
was?
there was 6. Yeah.
So,
1, 2,
well, would the motion
3.
be a study session? That's what I'm not clear.
Yeah, there was 4 with vested rights.
So majority do not have vested
Mhm.
rights. So we have a lot of properties that I consider we look at, and you're suggesting a study session that we could go over
Well,
in detail.
it-
I
it-
think I would prefer that better,
Okay.
just to know what each one is, because I haven't, I'll be honest, I have not looked at this in detail, and I'm not comfortable voting on this right
Okay.
on me right now.
Well, I don't think what you're voting on is really going to be changing any zoning. I think it's just acknowledging that and acknowledging that the current zoning is there. Now, this could be
Okay.
amended
Okay,
to say that, hey, we're acknowledging the comprehensive plan has been approved, and refer as part of that back to the planning commission
okay,
to review and consider, from what I'm hearing, the rezoning of those 6 parcels started there. It still have to go back for the
Go through
planning
the formal
commission.
process, yeah.
Yeah.
what he
And
just said.
let that be a part of a motion, is to refer it back to the planning commission, and go from there.
Okay. You
So-
want me to do, I know, Cisco and I are like, who's going to say it?
I didn't know if there's any more discussion, so.
Now, is there any
I
more
mean, I was
discussion?
just, I mean, I kind of commented last time about it. When you, I get the idea about having on the ones without vested rights, having the option in the future, but when you really look on the map of where these truly are, there are some really unique parcels. And we're not going to get a 1 acre lot home right next to the interstate. It's just not, some of these places are just really tricky. So I just wanted to call that out. These are, it's one thing to want the option, but when you look at the parcels, there's some that, like the one on Dickerson Pike, that one's a little different. So I think, I don't know, study session's probably a good idea so that we can really look at these at a parcel by parcel perspective rather than just a yes or no on whether they do or do not have vested rights currently.
It still has to go back to the planning commission.
Yeah, but I'm just concerned, those particular that we're talking about do not have vested rights.
Right.
Their time has lapsed. So, yeah, if y'all want to discuss it more at a study session,
But regardless, if
Yeah.
we discuss it, it still has to go to the planning commission.
Yes.
correct.
So-
And going back here for formal on the zoning.
Okay,
And I think the comprehensive plan being intact now,
and we don't need to, we can just send it.
it
to-
really doesn't change
Say we-
anything, right, as far as how it is already in place.
No, we'd have to formally rezone it.
Yeah.
Some of these properties, I don't know if they ever had a plan associated with them. I think some of them, have been zoned when the city redid their maps in the 80s. But some of them are like tough property, that's why they're vacant. But yeah, I mean, that's fine. I could put those 6 properties that are non-vested, take to the planning commission to give a formal recommendation, so. Because what is a comprehensive plan by state law, only the planning commission has to adopt it. It's a general guideline document, it's more of like a planning rather than like legislative issue. But the city commission has the ability to adopt what they want. I think this is just acknowledging, this isn't really formally adopted, this is acknowledging the planning commission. And really, this was the goal was to discuss rezoning these vacant high-density properties, so.
Like I said, my recommendation to this board, especially since it's going to have to start at the planning commission level anyway, is to adopt the acknowledgement and refer the 6 non-vested parcels back to the planning commission and let them look at them individually or as a whole. It's whatever they want, and let that come back to the city commission from there.
Okay, so I need to,
But I do, as from a staff perspective, I am hearing that probably want to stay away from those that have vested rights currently, right? Okay.
So, Mr. Mayor, if there's no more discussion, I would make a motion to refer these 6 non-vested properties back to the planning commission for review.
Thank you. Do we have a motion?
I'll second.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to amend it based on the languages presented by Mr. Gilmore? The resolution?
Yes.
All right, we have a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Do we have a motion to adopt as amended?
And that'll be at the March planning commission, is when we'll have that scheduled, so.
Yes.
Have a second? Second. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution is adopted as amended. Okay, Mr. Ellis, moving on to new business, would you consider ordinance 26-1132, please?
What? We're moving A.
Moved A.
Mr. Mayor, we don't mind. Chief Crawford and Chief Deloach, before you all leave, I want to tell you that if you ever want to take the wind out of a sail, have a audit presentation immediately after that speech, and I apologize for that. But thank you all for what you do and the job we know you're going to do. Thank you. I'm sorry, I was going to do that a little bit later, but
New business.
And something I typically do, before we move on to this, the new business, I do want to recognize former Commissioner Zach Young, still here. I always try to recognize all our past commissioners. We're glad to see you back tonight, Commissioner Young. It's good to see you. All right, Mr. Ellis, consider ordinance 26-1132, please.
yes, sir, Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, an ordinance calling for the election of 2 city commission seats set to expire in November of this year. This is first reading. Happens the first January of each even numbered year, so staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Do we have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on this item? Hearing none, we'll move on to a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ordinance passes with a 5-0 vote. Mr. Ellis, consider resolution 26-1309, please.
Yes, sir, it's a resolution to ratify and approve the issuance of emergency purchase order for the repair of traffic signals at the intersection of South Main Street, Rivergate Parkway. Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, currently that work is up to $20,000. It will exceed that at some point. This is where lost its trailer and took out the entire intersection. So staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Do we have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Thank you, thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All right. Do we have any discussion on this item? Hearing none, we'll move on to a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution passes with a 5-0 vote. Mr. Ellis, consider resolution 26-1310, please.
Yes, sir. It's a resolution, the City of Goodlettsville Board of Commissioners approving an agreement between the City of Goodlettsville and Dollar General Incorporated as it relates to abandonment of right-of-way and maintenance and use of that said property. Mr. Mayor, Commissioner, staff recommends approval of this resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Do we have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Thank you, and a second.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, we'll move on to a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution passes with a 5-0 vote. All right. Mr. Ellis, consider ordinance 25-1130, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, this is an ordinance to abandon a portion of the right-of-way known as Mission Ridge, Goodlettsville, Tennessee. This is second reading. Staff recommends approval. I will tell you that yesterday Dollar General closed on the purchase of the North Chase building, which gives them 3 buildings there on Mission Ridge and further solidifies their commitment of Goodlettsville, and excited about that news. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Do I have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Thank you, and a second.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, we'll move on to a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ordinance passes with a 5-0 vote. Mr. Ellis, consider resolution 26-1311, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, a resolution declaring certain property surplus to the needs of the City of Goodlettsville and calling for its disposal by online auction or any other reasonable manner. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, we'll move on to a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution passes with a 5-0 vote. Mr. Ellis, consider resolution 26-1312, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, a resolution adopting the bylaws of the Goodlettsville Teen Advisory Committee and providing for its administration by the City of Goodlettsville Public Services Department. Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, this is part of our Project 072, improvements to our community. Staff recommends approval of this resolution. We got Miss Sarah Jennings and Mr. Dave Anderson and Mr. Jack Presley all here. Mr. Anderson is going to be the program lead in this, if anybody has any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Do we have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on this item?
I had a couple of quick questions. And first, a comment. I'm really excited about this. This is something I would have loved to participate in school. So I love that students today will have this opportunity. And it sounds like a great, just a great way to learn local civics and be involved in your community and interact with city leaders and city officials. So I'm looking forward to this. But I wanted to really ask, and I know it's the first time doing this, so it really depends on the students that apply. But I noticed in the Article 4 section about which the ages of students, I would love to see a prioritization, or maybe not prioritization or even a requirement, but just a focus on try to at least have a good balance of public school students and private school students. It just says 2 middle school students from Sumner County, 2 middle school students from Davidson County, 3 that are homeschooled, 2 high school students from Sumner County, and 2 high school students from Davidson County. So not really making a formal amendment, but would just like to comment that I would love to try to, as much as we can, based on the students that apply, try to find a balance of high school and middle school, public and private school students from both sides of the county, just to get a balanced approach, since we do have 3 that look like will be homeschooled. So just wanted to call that out.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any more comments? Moving on to a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution passes with a 5-0 vote. Before we adjourn the meeting, Vice Mayor Duncan has a comment or two to make, and if any other commissioners after the Vice Mayor speaks.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to mention Billy Lamberth, who was the veteran honored at our inaugural Veterans Day Parade, is actually in the hospital. He is a very good friend of my grandfather that passed away, and I just wanted to ask that we keep him in our prayers. He's one of the oldest veterans here in the city, and we want to honor him and give him our best. And speaking of my grandfather, who I lost 8 years ago, today is his 100th birthday.
Wow.
So I want to wish him a heavenly birthday. And because of being my grandfather, I got some bragging rights. My daughter today was on the 5th time straight honor roll for Dean's List 4.0 for 5 straight semesters at UT.
Wow.
So I just had to brag on her. That's it.
Rightfully so. She deserves it. Any more Commissioner comment?
Clearly, she takes after her mother, yeah.
Any more Commissioner comments? Awesome. Congratulations to your daughter. With nothing else, do we have a motion to adjourn? Yes. Have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting